All right, in this video, we're going to work on project number 9. I have a couple things drawn, just the 2D objects. I have the box and the circle drawn. So what we need to do is we need to take this box at 7 and 7/8 inches both ways, and we need to extrude it to 2 1/4 inches. So we're going to select it, and we're going to extrude. That is 2.25 inches. And then we're going to grab this circle and we're going to extrude that to 2 1/8 inches. Okay, so we're all set to go on those. Okay, so we have our pieces extruded. Now we're going to do something called shell solid. So we need to go to the 3D modeling and come up to shell solid. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to grab my orbit tool and just change it just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the shell solid tool. You click on it, and I'm going to click on the top. Let's see if I can find, I don't know if I can get to the bottom. So I'm going to click on the top. We'll just flip it upside down. So I'm going to click on the top, and now it's asking us what is the thickness of the walls. So now it is going to hollow out that box, that cube, sort of like a box or a cup. So I have set thickness to 1/2 inch. Click, and then click on the green arrow. And here is our box. So what I'm going to do, but it's upside down right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the front view. Okay, you see there? Yeah, you can see again now that it's shelled out, and I am going to flip this around. I'll just rotate it. Set it up. All right, there we go. Now let's do, let's see, right isometric. Okay, here we go. So now what we're going to do next is there is a little chamfer, a 1/4 inch chamfer on the top of that box. You can see an arrow pointing to it, and it says 1/4 inch chamfer. So what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom in here, and there is a 3D chamfer. I believe it is right here, chamfer edge tool. So I'm going to select that. Okay. Now we're going to change up there the setback to 1/4 inch. And then I'm just going to select this top edge. Nope. I have to hold down, I believe I have to hold down on the Mac. It's a command key. You need to hold down the key to select and keep the selection. All right, is it, maybe it's shift? Yeah, it's shift. So, and I believe it's the same on Windows. So you hold on to the key, select this edge right here, and you click on the green arrow, and there we have our 1/4 inch chamfer. So this part is pretty much done. So we're going to come back to the top view. Okay. All right, and what I'm going to do is that circle is right smack dab in the middle. Let's see, that is an extrude, so we're going to put it in the middle. And there we go. But if we look at it from the front, it's going to be sitting inside of the box, so we're going to have to raise it up. So let's go to the front view. I'm going to grab it right on the bottom, and I'm going to hold my shift key to lock it. Drag it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to drag it down and snap it right to the top. So there we go. If we look at it in isometric view, it's starting to look like the drawing. So the next thing we're going to do is there is a, let's see, I think what I want to do is combine these two pieces together. So I think what we'll do is we'll select both of them, okay, and come up to Model, Add Solids. So now we have one piece, one solid. So the first thing I want to do then is I want to let's do that fillet, okay? There's a fillet on the top there. So it's a 1/4 inch fillet. So let's come up here. Oop. Zoom in just a little bit. Here. There we go. All right, so we'll come back to our fillet command, our 3D fillet. So we'll do that. Select that. Again, we're going to select that round edge, and it is a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to click green arrow, and now we have our fillet on that edge. The next thing we need to do is we need to drill a hole all the way through the round thing on top in the box. So if we look at our drawing, it looks like that is a radius of 7/8 inches, that hole. So I'm going to come to the top view. And I'm going to draw a circle that is 7/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to use my 2-point. Type in 7-8. Let's see, that seems a little small. Let's diameter radius is 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to change that quick. Not sure how that got. All right, that looks a little better. So now what I'm going to do is drag this over, sit it right in the center. So we need to drill a hole through all of this. So I'm just going to extrude this to, let's see, about 6 inches. Model, extrude, 6 inches. Now I'll come to the front view. And I just want to make sure, again, that drill goes through everything. So it's going through this tube, and it's going through the box, so we're all set. So I'm going to come back, just do a little bit of a, sort of here, okay. And now I'm going to select both of them. And come back and model, subtract solids. Okay, I want it to come from this piece, so I'm going to click on OK. And now it looks like we have our hole that goes all the way through. The last thing we need to do is we need to, there's a bit of a chamfer on the inside edge as well. And that is a 1/4 of an inch as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to zoom in here. And we'll deselect everything. And we'll come up here to 3D chamfer, fillet edge, 3D chamfer. And again, select this inside circle, setback of 1/4 inch. And there we have our piece. So I believe this piece is done. I think we have everything in the drawing that needs to be there, and we just need to go in and make our viewports and light it and texture it, and we're done. So that's project number 9. We'll talk to you soon.